And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball as we got a great matchup in store tonight here. Fantastic games going down in the college basketball world here on Martin Dr. Luther King Jr. Day for this one here, everybody. As we welcome you guys in here once again. As should be a great one. These two teams, I am shocked when I first took a look at the AP Top 25 poll today. Louisville dropped back from 16 to 26 out of the AP Top 25 as we got 3 minutes remaining before tip-off. The Cardinals 6-0 at their home court, 9-2 overall, 4-1 in the ACC. Both of these two teams here at the top of the ACC should be a great matchup going down. A very, very tight game. So welcome everybody here on board out in the stream tonight as we take a look at it right now. We got Justin here going out for Louisville. Raven, welcome back in here. Big Ben, welcome back on the stream here, as he's got his Virginia Tech Hokies, as they are half a game behind in-state rival Virginia at the top of the ACC, and then Louisville half a game right now behind Virginia Tech. Florida State, if they do win, they'd be 4-1. That would certainly help out Virginia Tech at 5-1 in the conference, and the Cardinals would fall down to 4-2 if Louisville does suffer their first home loss of the season here. I know what Bradley's going out for. Welcome in here, bud. Big game tonight indeed for you, my man. Ian, welcome onto the stream. We got Vegas as well. Grayson, Dro, welcome on board, guys. Once again, Dominic McCrab, welcome on the channel here. My man Jason, let's go Friars. Big week. Providence got the biggest week out of anybody for college basketball this week. So, yeah, definitely going to be wearing my Providence hat. Actually, I don't have it today, but definitely going to be Wednesday. They got the biggest week out of anybody this week. Last week it was Texas Tech. They split the series 1-1. They won at Texas, lost against Baylor on Saturday, and this week it's Providence. They got Creighton and Villanova, both of their games on the road. So this should be a very good matchup going down right now. As here we go, we're getting ready for the tip-off. It's going to be Louisville in the black uniforms for this one, Florida State in the white jerseys as this game starts off. Florida State has the basketball first, as they have it here top of the key, MJ Walker. Moves it over left corner perimeter now for Florida State. Back into the hands first time of Wyatt Wilkes. Over to MJ Walker at the right wing. Walker top of the free throw circle. Spin move. Going to take a turnaround jumper. Hit the front rim. No good. Tipped up in the air. Rebound by Louisville. Cardinals defense. It's been keeping them in games so far this season, as it was just their offense. David Johnson, he's going to get into his rhythm. He scored 5 points in the last game. He has scored 10 points in the last 60 minutes. 19-10 left to go. First possession now for the Cards. They slow it down at the top with Johnson. Dribbles, jumper, takes it. It's up, hit the front rim, no good. Missed it. Rebound Wilkes for Florida State. Does Kansas have a shot at Baylor? I think it's going to be close. My prediction, though, I'm still going to take Baylor in that one today as we welcome in Connor out to the stream. Anthony, welcome on board. I will not be doing Ohio State, Wisconsin. Later tonight, it's going to be Baylor versus Kansas. After that one, Florida State in the post. That's good for 2. Cutting to the basket. Louisville with a quick bucket right there. Right back by Samuel Williamson into the key. So tie game up at 2 here. 18.5 left to go. Vince, welcome to the stream once again, man. Indeed, happy MLK Day out to you guys as well. Florida State jumper, no good. Rebound Louisville. Cardinals now with the basketball at the top. Johnson moves it over to Carly Jones. He's been the go-to this year, leading scorer, most effective graduate transfer in all college basketball, averaging 18 per game. Right baseline jumper off the mark. Rebound Florida State. Seminoles now with the ball. They pass it out right corner. Raekwon Evans has space. Takes the 3. Knocks it down. Florida State, number 1 3-point shooting team in the ACC, as they dialed it up right there. It's 5-2 to score. 17:55 left to go. Floater, good. Mid-range 2 by Louisville. Yeah, ESPN had the wrong score for a second if you guys were just watching over there. 17:40 left to go. Florida State has it. Oh, okay. Probably not. I think that's on Big Ten Network. I'm going to try to see if I can do Creighton against UConn on Saturday, because that's going to be a really good game, and I cover a lot of the Big East for my writing stuff, so I want to do that game. 17:20 left to go. They drive inside. That's going to be a whistle to fall. Picked up on the court, committed by Louisville here. Clock will stop. What's good, Ethan? Welcome onto the stream, man. It's taking Florida State by 5 tonight in this one. No problem, bud. And yeah, I'll see you later on tonight for this Baylor-Kansas game. Great matchups for these two games tonight. So yeah, I'm not sure what entirely yet is my schedule for Saturday so far. I know I posted my schedule all the way up to Friday, and then they still have like a lot of TBD games. Like there's Villanova versus Providence. That's on Saturday. That's at 8 o'clock though. I don't know if that's on Fox or Fox Sports 1. They've yet to decide. So they'll probably decide after Wednesday, determining what happens to Providence if they do win at Creighton or if they do lose at Creighton. 17-10 left to go. Cardinals now with the basketball. It's actually an offensive foul there by Florida State. Louisville has it. Step back three, top of the key. Jones off the mark, no good. Rebound by the Seminoles. Under 17 left to go. Florida State has it at the top. Dribble drives inside, right baseline, swings it around, gets poked, deflected, able to get it back though. They'll set it up on top. Walker passes left corner. They'll take a three. They got it. Down for the perimeter. Seminoles, second triple of the game right there. That time goes down by Wyatt Wilkes. Hey, what's good, Anthony? Welcome to the stream, man. We'll have to see. I cover a lot of teams, but maybe if they're on national against Gonzaga, I'll have to see. As Louisville turns it away, right there. That pass just in the key gets stolen away. It's going to go right back over to Florida State off the steal. Wilkes. Over to the top once again. Raekwon Evans has it. Moves it over to the left wing. Raekwon Gray. Pass out to the top here. Wilkes. Over to Evans to the right corner. MJ Walker has the ball here for FSU. Walker around the perimeter. He dribbles, drives inside. Oh, nice feed over to his teammate. Puts it up and in. Absorbs the contact in the fall. That's good for two by Gray. And FSU looking good so far. 10-4 to score. Yeah, I heard St. John's upset UConn. St. John's isn't that bad of a team. They're going to be a tournament team next year if they got Julian Champagnie staying for that team. They're going to be in the tournament next year for St. John's. 16:07 left to go. By the way, the Champagnie twins, Justin and Julian, they both, one of them plays for St. John's, the other plays for Pittsburgh, and both of them are like at the top of their conference this season as far as top scorers. Free throw is good at the line. 11-4 Florida State. Louisville now with the basketball on the key. Bounce pass over to Carly Jones in the traffic, as that's going to be tie up here in the court possession arrow. Refs are going to point in the Seminoles. They're going to point in Louisville's direction here, as Florida State came in late for the tie, but it's going to be Louisville basketball. Hey, what's good, Ryan? Welcome on the stream here, man. Still a lot of time left to go. We're going to go on the first time out today. 11-4 to score. Is BYU going to the NCAA tournament? Right now, I've got yes, like around probably like 10 or 11 seeds. So right now, they're in the bracket like as like the first like 8 teams to be like in that last grouping or so, or I should probably say like last like 8 teams in, most likely. Yeah, Jerry Palm down in McCrab puts out here, has 4 Mountain West teams in. Really interesting. Wow. I don't have as many as 4. I thought that 2 would go in there for Mountain West by the time it all like shuffles out or so. So right now I'm looking at the Mountain West. Boise State, they're looking really good. That should be the best team out of the Mountain West. San Diego State, they lost over the weekend twice to Utah State. So right now Utah State's undefeated. I got them in as the second team for the Mountain West. After that, they also got at the top there, they got San Diego State and Colorado State too. So very competitive right at the top of the conference. Also Nevada is in there as well. That can possibly play spoiler. So that's all going to have to get sorted out throughout the weekends. And Colorado State, I was taking a look at their schedule. We'll know for sure if they do become legit very, very shortly for Colorado State. Their schedule, I'm going to bring it up here again. It gets tough here like the next week or two. So we'll know by the next week or two how legit Colorado State is as they take on. Okay, so we're gonna either say yes to Colorado State or no to Colorado State. Looks like by the end of this month. That's how we're gonna put it here. Colorado State next 4 games, two on the road at Utah State and then 2 at home against Boise State. So that's gonna be a deciding factor there for to sort out the Mountain West at that point. It'd be a little bit of sorting out. Yeah, Anthony puts out BYU beat St. Mary's. St. Mary's is 0-3 right now in the WCC. So I've got, out of the WCC, yeah, I've got Gonzaga and BYU. St. Mary's hung in there for quite a bit, though, on Saturday night against Gonzaga. They got a pretty good defense. They just don't have, like, an explosive offense, or though, to take over games. Raven may be crazy, but Raven's going to root for Kansas, it looks like, for tonight. So trying to go for the upset. What team is a threat in the 2021 NCAA tournament? I'm going to go for, like, bracket busters or so, for, like, a mid-major bracket buster. I'm going to take St. Louis right now for a bracket buster. I think they got a deep tournament potential. They got one of the best rebounding guards in the nation with Jordan Goodwin. They got some serious players who can put up points, and they can defend at a high level as well. Florida State will get the inbound. We go back to action. 15:45 left to go. They haven't played in a long time. They're on a massive pause for, like, I think, like 3 weeks for St. Louis. 3-point shot off the mark. No good by Florida State. Rebound Louisville. Carlik Jones has it at the top. Moves it over to Dre Davis. Pass outside to David Johnson now. 15.5 left to go. Johnson dribbles in the key bounce pass as he gets tapped out of bounds by the Seminoles. And it's going to go right back over to Louisville here. 15:24 on the clock as it stops. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball. What's good, Ian? Welcome to the stream, man. Inbound coming up for Louisville. They have it. Spin move, and that's going to get deflected. Stolen away from behind. Tapped out of bounds. Ref will say it's last touched out of bounds here. As Scotty Barnes, 5-star recruit, came in there and tapped that one from behind. So it was number for Louisville as they were dribbling with it with Dre Davis, and it was out of bounds by him. So Florida State will have it back. Turned over by Louisville. Seminoles with the basketball. Walker outside of Wilkes. He'll take the three, and he's got it. Wyatt Wilkes, second perimeter triple of the game, and Cardinals have yet to stop that and lock it up so far. And they're taking on a team that's shooting the ball 43% from the perimeter during their 4 conference games so far for Florida State. So that has been a major problem so far, guarding the outside. The Louisville Cardinals having problems. 3 for 5 for FSU from the perimeter. Alright, so another timeout on the floor here. 14-4 to score. What's good, Armando? Welcome to the stream, man. Who did I got winning this? I actually took Louisville in this one because they're undefeated at home this year. Florida State only had 1 road game, and they lost that game on the road at Clemson by 10. So right now we're in the timeout. Leading score, 2 3-point shots made by Wyatt Wilkes for the Seminoles. Leading the way, 3 by Raquan Gray for Louisville. Leading scores between 2 points each by Samuel Williamson off a cut to the basket. Carlik Jones, he had 2 as well. As we get back into it after the timeout, Cards already down by 10. Very slow start, and Carlik Jones with the ball. Going to take a deep 3 way outside. Dials it up. Got it. It's a big triple there to get his team going. That's exactly what they needed. Now they draw a win in 7. Carlik Jones, season high 25 at Miami back on Saturday. Rest tells the tale, though. They lost against a team that was without 3 key players for Miami. Miami could be a top 30 team if they're healthy. 3-point shot, Florida State hits it. Seminoles, 2 lethal from downtown. Came into this game top 3-point shooting team in the conference. Cardinals now with the basketball. They're going to have to start hitting some threes. They want to get back into this one. Had a lot of trouble with that on Saturday. Top of the key, David Johnson. He dribbles. Drives to the bucket. It gets blocked by the Seminoles. Right back to Louisville, though. Carlik Jones gets it. And he gets pickpocketed the ball right there by a potential top 10 NBA draft pick. Scotty Barnes comes out with a steal for FSU. Barnes here. Ball handles it. Takes it past half court. Moves into the hands of Walker. He'll set it up here at the top of the key. At the edge of Louisville logo. Clock will stop with 13:51. And it's going to be away from the basketball. Offensive foul picked up. Number 34, Tenor Gom, the freshman center from Senegal, picks up the personal. He checks out of the game. Derby City, welcome on the stream here. I'm shocked right now with a slow start. I predicted Louisville would win this game, though, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if they can pick it up. Cards, drive. Jones, dish underneath. Shot fake. They put it up. It's going to get blocked again here. Seminoles now with the basketball. Florida State Going to dribble in transition. They'll set it up, though. Walker back out to the top. Raekwon Evans. He moves it over at the right elbow. Kopsarisa now has it. Feeds it inside into the post to Malik Osborne. Backs his way in there. Pro Hop puts it up, and that's good for two. Up and in off the backboard. Florida State plays 9 deep on this roster here, and they came in last season. They were one of the deepest teams in all college hoops. Malik Osborne got the bucket. He had a season-high 10. Do I think BYU will win the NCAA tournament? No, but I believe there's a good chance that another team from the WCC will go and run the table and win the tournament, I feel like. Louisville, jumper, no good. Florida State going to get the rebound as they take it past half court, drive to the basket, and they get fouled. Personal foul picked up here by Dre Davis of the Cards. Clock will stop with 12:48. Yeah, Grayson puts out, is it just him or the ACC just regressing over the past couple of years? I agree. Last year was really weak, and this season too. It's been the whole conference right now is just wide open. Virginia has taken control of it, and Virginia is going to be a force to be reckoned with because they get better and better through coaching throughout the entire course of the season. Florida State, another three-point shot goes down at the right wing by Raekwon Evans. Louisville just hasn't been able to get anything going. Jones passes underneath, gets blocked. Too late of a decision make right there by the Cards. They should have had an easy layup if you just go one step in and just drive to the bucket. Instead, they went shot fake and they got blocked by FSU. Jumper, right baseline, Kopsarisa, no good, hit the rim short, rebound back to the Cards by Withers. Carly Jones going to push it up the court right corner, catch and shoot. Shot fake, oh, come on, man. Drive right baseline, got it for two. Should have been able to go catch and shoot with a 3 right there with a space, but either way, they get the 2. That's good. Still down by a bunch. 12 minutes left to go. What's good, Ant? Welcome on the stream, man. 11:50 left to go, first half. Still a lot of time. That was number 11, Quinn Slazinski, who's made a lot of just hesitant plays the past 2 possessions for Louisville. 3-point shot. Not even close by Florida State. They airballed it, went out of bounds. What's good, Jagon? Welcome to the stream here. Actually, heading into this matchup today, it was Louisville who was the favorite. 3.5 on the line. The Cards were the favorite in this game. Thanks so much for the update right there, Diamond McCrav. Suns against the Grizzlies, 94-90. I was watching a little bit of that when I got back home from work. 22-9. We're going to go on a timeout here. 11:36 left to go in the first half. So we go on the timeout. We take a look. Scoreboard update here. We'll take a look. NBA currently going on as well. So we'll take a look at those scores also. A couple NBA games finished from earlier today. Going down as well. Suns up against the Grizzlies. 3:07 remaining, fourth quarter. DeAndre Ayton double-double, 16 and 14. Suns up 96-92. Knicks over the Magic in the first game today, 91-84. Knicks' defense coming through as of late. I watched a little bit of the Celtics game yesterday, and Celtics couldn't hit a shot to save their life. That was just unfortunate. They went like 5 minutes twice without scoring a single bucket. They were stuck at 29 with like 3 minutes left to go before halftime. How far will BYU make it to the NCAA tournament? It all depends about their on their matchup or so. So that's the only thing. Right now I have them only in the first round for BYU, but all depends on what team they play against and what matchup they draw, basically. But if they can start raining threes, because that's what they did last year, they were the top 3-point shooting team in the nation. They can be a force to be reckoned with. Last year, I think if there was a tournament last year, they had like Sweet 16 or Elite 8 potential last year for BYU. This year, I feel like unless they take a big step up throughout the rest of the season, knocking down threes and going back to their old form from last year, that's where I see them only this year. Probably going to be first round exit, in my opinion. Hawks beat the T-Wolves earlier today, 108-97. Spurs over the Blazers, 125-104. And college hoops from earlier today, shocker here, St. John's over UConn. The thing to know, though, is UConn's without their star player, James Bouknight. For that game, he was putting up crazy numbers this season, scored 40 against Creighton, and James Booknight had to have shoulder surgery, or surgery on his elbow, actually. So, elbow surgery. So, he is out indefinitely for James Booknight. That's a major hit right there. And St. John's won 74-70. The Red Storms got an offense. They've struggled offensively, but the past couple of games they've really been able to tighten up defensively for St. John's. Other than that, not really a lot of other great games so far earlier today, just like mid-majors in action or so. Good stuff. This one, and then after this one, Kansas versus Baylor. That should be a good one. Yeah, Big 12 and Big 10 taking over. Definitely for sure. Between those two conferences, I see around like 17 bids combined for the tournament. 7 from the Big 12, and then 10 from the Big 10 right now. Yeah, BYU has a lot of good players. They got some great size there with Matt Harms inside. That was a huge pickup in the offseason. Oh, my favorite time. Cannot wait for the NCAA tournament. It's going to be even better for Ian if USC is able to get in there for this year. They've been playing really well lately. The Pac-12, a lot of people are sleeping on the Pac-12. Teams have gotten better outside on the West Coast there in the Pac-12, and UCLA was able to get ranked this week by the AP. So both of these teams unranked. Louisville at 26 receiving votes, Florida State at 29. I'm honestly shocked that Louisville, they lost by only 6 against Miami. I know that they were without three key players as Louisville goes inside after the timeout. Good with a hook shot, and Florida State takes it past half court. Reach and fall picked up by Carlik Jones, his first personal, but clock will stop with 11:08. But yeah, I was shocked that the Cards dropped all the way back from 16 to 26. I thought it would either be Illinois or Clemson that would go out of the top 25, honestly. Yeah, Grayson told me about Colorado. They're sneaky, low-key good for the Buffaloes. McKinley Wright, he's got great leadership and a very good point guard. They could possibly steal a game in the tournament. 22-11 to score. Florida State has it top of the key. Raekwon Gray, deep 2, takes it, no good off the mark, tipped up, and rebound by Louisville. 10:40 remaining. David Johnson has yet to get cooking over the past 2 games. Jumper, that one no good. It got partially blocked. Cardinals got the ball, and they got pushed down off the rebound, so the clock will stop here. Florida State picks up a personal. Yeah, Ian puts out here, if UC Riverside makes the tournament, going to be so hyped about that. They've been playing really well against power conference teams. They took USC right down to the wire. They beat Washington by 15, even though Washington's like one of the worst power conference teams this year. But Washington actually took UCLA down to the wire back on Saturday. Citadel versus UNC Greensboro. I'm going to take UNC Greensboro in that one all the way. Citadel has a good record, but they played like a lot of not really great schools. Some of those schools not even Division I for the first portion of their non-conference schedule. Cardinals with the basketball off the inbound. Florida State already has 4 blocks. Jones passes left baseline. Nickelberry at the left wing. He'll take a difficult 3, not even close. Hit the bottom left part of the backboard. As that happened to be a shot clock violation too. The clock was all the way down to 1 when he released it. So Florida State has the ball right back. Shot clock violation, Louisville. Kansas State would be the worst Power 5 team. I'll still put Kansas State, even though they're ahead of Iowa State right now in the conference. I would say Kansas State, Washington, Iowa State there too. Even though Iowa State's interesting. They played close against Baylor because they're actually the best team in the Big 12 when it comes to defending the three-point shot. As Florida State goes inside, that's good for 2. 24-11 to score. Cardinals need to get something offensively here. They're not really a strong offensive team. Jumper, Jones, off the left elbow. From the left elbow, no good. Hit the top part of the backboard, rebound back to FSU. They pass it inside underneath. No good, tipped up in the air. Fight for the rebound. Cards have the basketball, and the clock will stop with 9:28. Who's everybody got here in the Super Bowl? Ian's going to go Bucks and Chiefs here. I'm going to go completely opposite, I'll take. Even though it's probably wrong, because I'm betting against Tom Brady. And that showed you yesterday not to bet against Tom Brady. I'm going to go Packers and Bills in the Super Bowl. 9:20 left to go, 24-11 to score. Carlik Jones takes it past half court. They need something here to start cooking. Outside and Nickelberry outside of Jones once again, as he has at the left wing. He is guarded by Ngom, and still move it over right corner perimeter. It gets tapped out of bounds by Florida State. Clock will stop with 8 on the shot clock. Just nothing happening inside. FSU's going big. They've been using the freshman 7'1" center from Senegal with Tanar Gom out there. In that time, Louisville floats it up mid-range. No good off the mark. Rebound Florida State. Seminoles now with the basketball. They'll take a 3. They hit it. Big triple there by FSU. This team is running away because how they shoot from the perimeter. They're not even going to the free throw line right now. They're just jacking up threes and hitting them. They're good from the perimeter. They're good from three-point range for Florida State. And Louisville just hasn't been able to defend the perimeter. That's the strong suit here. You would think that the Cardinals will be much better on a short week here with them playing here as they drive right baseline. The game's at home, too, just crowded underneath. Moves it back outside. Louisville takes the 3 off the mark, no good. Really struggled from the perimeter. Only made 3 3-point shots in the last game against Miami. Right corner jumper. That one's up, no good. Florida State missed their rebound back to the Cards. Louisville will take it past half court, approaching 8 minutes left to go. Pass inside, back outside. Jones, shot fake, wide open 3, takes it straight away. No good, hit the rim short, rebound. Goes to the Seminoles. That one quite easy, picked up there by the freshman from Senegal to Norgam. They have it back outside. Gray to the left wing into the hands of Scotty Barnes now. Barnes passes out top of the key. Raekwon Gray moves it back to Gom here into the key. Gom double team, back outside to the right wing here to Sadar Calhoun. Calhoun creates space. Jumper right baseline, and he just got a lot of space and knocked it down. 29-11. Wow. What's good behind the arc, fan? Appreciate Bud for stopping by, man. Hope all is going well. 7:25 left to go. Louisville's just getting completely just shut down out of their building right now. Jones going to move it over right baseline. Floater. That is good. So finally something goes down with the Cards right there. Good for 2 by Samuel Williamson going down. It's 29-13. Hey, what's good, Timo? Welcome to the stream. It was actually Louisville. They were the favorite by 3.5 on the line. Florida State just sinking threes. Right corner. Knocks it down with the Seminoles. 32-13. Oh boy, have they turned a corner lately for Florida State. They have turned a major corner. Cardinals have it. 6:40 left to go. Bounce past Davis. Tapped out of bounds. Turnover. It's going to go back to FSU. This team's got size. They have completely turned a corner here for Florida State. Wow. They lost against UCF a month ago. They lost by 10 at Clemson. Second game on the road. And wow, what a game to bounce back here for FSU. Oh my goodness. 32-13 going to go on a timeout. Unbelievable. Seems like every single game I bet wrong. I'm going to take Florida tomorrow over Tennessee just to see how it goes. Yeah, Nebraska's down there too. Nebraska's the worst in the Big Ten. They actually won some games this year for power conference games though. I forgot to say DePaul there too for power conference teams. DePaul, you can even put Georgetown in that list for this season. I would say that those two teams are probably even worse than Nebraska, because Georgetown lost to Navy back in non-conference play. So yeah, some of the worst power conference teams. Kansas State, which I talked about earlier, Washington, Iowa State, DePaul, Georgetown, Nebraska. Those are some of the bottom teams for power conference for college hoops for the season. Yeah, Florida State they get such a deep team. It's not like one star in this team for FSU. And they are doing it 32-13, only going once to the free throw line. Hey, what's good, Jack? Welcome to the stream here. He's back again. Florida gets Tennessee. How dare I talk like that? I keep on betting the wrong games lately. Like, whenever I see an upset, it's not there. I was thinking about taking Pitt tomorrow. I'm going to take Duke tomorrow in that one. Ian's got Iowa winning the national title. And just for giggles, I'm gonna take UMass over St. Louis this week and see how that happens. I wonder, like, I still got St. Louis going deep in the tournament, but they're coming out of like 3 weeks of quarantine, and UMass is rolling, and nobody even knows that that UMass is at the top of the A10 right now. Yeah, Baylor, I agree, man. One of the deepest backcourts he has seen in his life. It's incredible, like how many guards that they have that can like shoot the three. They got two players top 5 in the conference that's averaging over 5 assists per game. Like every single bucket that they have, it's like they get credit for an assist like every single play that they have basically for every single possession for Baylor. Is there a team that nobody's talking about? Boise State would be one that could possibly bust people's brackets come 2 months from now. Alabama, definitely, they got multiple weapons and they're doing it while being injured and still finding ways to win. Colorado too. This team with Florida State, if they keep on playing like this, very dangerous. Virginia, they just get better with coaching for Virginia. So the ACC, they haven't started out a strong portion of the season for the ACC, but potential here is that you could possibly have a couple teams in the rankings right now in the top 25 who don't even make it come tournament time in March. That's how crazy things could possibly get. 32-13, we're back to action. 6.5 left to go. Florida State passes to the left corner. Moves it back outside, MJ Walker, out to the right wing to Evans. Evans will set it up, slow it down, 13 on the shot clock. Evans back out to the left wing, Walker dribbles now at the top of the key. He's guarded by Dre Davis. Walker, bounce pass, turnover. Florida State goes out of bounds to the baseline, so Louisville going to have it back. Donovan McCrabb puts out Villanova national champs, and Packers versus Bills in the Super Bowl. 6:10 remaining now. Cardinals with the basketball. David Johnson it's been a major struggle for him lately here. He's got to get on the board. And Johnson's only got 2 today, 1 for 5 from the floor, just really struggling. Samuel Williamson floats it up, no good. At the left elbow, missed that shot, rebound FSU. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball. Florida State shoots the 3, and they knock it down. This game is just an absolute massacre. 35-13. 5:35 left to go. David Johnson, wide open 3, hits it. Finally, he does something. He has the same amount of points that he finished with in his last game and in the previous game before that. He has scored now 10 points in the last 72 minutes approximately for David Johnson. Florida State pass inside gets deflected and it goes out of bounds. Thoughts about Ohio State, Illinois. Didn't see it, but Illinois, I am shocked that Illinois did not fall out of the top 25. Like they're still in the top 25 now, and they're 9-5. They get the most losses out of anybody in the top 25. 35-16, FSU gets the ball back. They move it over to the right baseline. Jumper with space, and that's just too easy. Raekwon Gray sinks it down right there at the right baseline for 2. Ouch. Yeah, this is a sad game. Did not expect this at all, Bradley. Louisville turns it over. Deflection by FSU. This team, they've got length on Florida State here. Raekwon Gray with the ball at the top. Moves it over to Walker. MJ Walker slows it down. Walker floats it over the top here underneath. Puts it up and rolls around. Gutted a fall for 2 and a foul. Malik Osborne will go to the line, shoot the and 1. Yeah, Jason puts out if teams have to postpone because of that word we all know about in March. They're going to have to let teams like Kentucky in. Very well, that'll be sad when you see teams that go on like a pause, like they have to go on a pause during their conference tournament. That's going to be a wreck. If there's teams that have like positive tests during conference tournaments and it results in their team missing the conference tournament, but they were in possession to be a part of the NCAA tournament, that is going to be a complete mess. So that bucket was good before that. The free throw at the line, that's good as well. 40-16. Whenever you give Florida State a chance to go to the line, they just make it. They're automatic. Number 1 in the conference in free throws. They are just ridiculously incredible what they have done past 2 games at the free throw line. I think they came into this game something like 30. I think it was like something like 31 for 32. Their last 2 games combined at the free throw line. Cardinals inside the post. Puts it up. It's good for 2. Tough bucket. 4:15 left to go. Jeez. Sorry to hear that. Tennessee's football team, whole different story now. Just fired their coach and athletic directors. Ouch. Grizzlies came back, beat the Suns. Wow. Thanks so much for the update there, bud. So yeah, Ja came back, so he is back. In Memphis. Wow, Memphis able to survive 108 to 104. The final over Phoenix. Approaching 4 minutes left to go. Florida State with the basketball. At the right wing perimeter, Raekwon Evans back out on top here to Walker. Walker dribbles top of the key. Walker drives, dish underneath, Copes Arisa. That's going to be an offensive foul, though. MJ Walker just goes right over Withers, takes the charge in the post. What's good, Braden? Welcome to the stream, bud. I cannot believe. Another game where I watch, I'm like, dude, I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. Like, this game isn't even close, and the Cards came in as a favorite on the line, 3.5-point favorites. So we go to another timeout right now, 40 to 18, with under 4 left to go first half. This is crazy because you honestly don't know. That's why. You honestly don't know, like for college basketball and stuff like that. Like, big week out of all the teams. The team that's got the biggest week out of anybody this week is Providence, but Creighton just lost against Butler. I've known it for a couple weeks now that Creighton seems vulnerable, or so that they very well could lose quite a bit more. They get a tough game coming up against Providence on Wednesday. And then they got another tough game against UConn, who's going to be coming in mad because they just lost against St. John's. So, as for Louisville right now, it's tough for what they got coming up with Duke next. And then they got another game against BC. That's a get-it-right type of game here. And then at Syracuse, at Virginia, to start off February. These are tough conference games, too, down the line. So I feel like we're looking at a couple teams in the top 25 that's not even going to be in the March Madness tournament, possibly. Right now I'm pointing to one of those teams. It's actually not Louisville, though. It's Clemson, which, me personally, I think. They got blown out of the water against Virginia back on Saturday, and they just haven't been able to get a second score in their team, and that's a major issue. They just got destroyed. What's good, Brandy? Welcome on the stream here. Good evening out to you as well. Yeah, Grayson puts out here, if Louisville can make shots, get stops, they can make a comeback, definitely. They've just yet to stop the perimeter. That's what Florida State's been so good at throughout. Once they turned the corner in conference play, they've just turned up the Jets big time. For the Seminoles here, I'm going to take a look at their schedule right now in the timeout. That's a huge game coming up on Saturday. Florida State, Clemson. If you're Clemson, you're on the road at Florida State, which is a tough home court to play at. And Clemson's got a tough week. Possibly going to drop out of the top 25 if they can't pull it together this week. And then Florida State's got Miami dealing with injuries, but if they're healthy, they look possibly like a top 30 team. At Georgia Tech, at Boston College, oh, they got 3 away games in a row. At Georgia Tech, at BC, at Virginia Tech. Florida State's also got kind of an easy schedule. They got Wake Forest once, they got Boston College twice, and they got Notre Dame once. They also got Miami twice as well. So we're going to get right back to action here. 40-18 the score. So Louisville just hasn't been able to get in sync offensively in this game. At the top, they dribble, bounce pass inside, off the cut, puts it up, and finishes. Tough bucket again. It goes down 0 for 2 by Jalen Withers. Half of their points right now, 40-20. As they are halfway to FSU score. 3:20 left to go. Florida State around the perimeter. Yeah, so yeah, Clemson's a defensive team. Offensively, they go cold way too much. Yeah, they only have like one really good score from Clemson. They haven't found like their second option yet as far as scoring. Jumper, no good. Louisville gets a defensive stop there to get the basketball off the rebounds. Cardinals with 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Drive inside. Johnson, got it. That's good for 2. Attacking the lane for the bucket. David Johnson, he's got more points than he has the past 2 games each. Now with 7. Finished with 5 against Wake Forest. Finished with 5 on Saturday against Miami. FSU now with the ball. Pro hop at the right elbow. Passes back outside to Wilkes. You can see the intensity finally here for Louisville on the court. They tip that ball to the backcourt. It's going to be a clock stopped here. Backcourt violation, they say, by Florida State. So Louisville forces the turnover. So it's going to be Cardinals basketball, so they have another chance here with this possession. We've seen crazy comebacks this season already. There's still a lot of time left to go. Coming out of the timeout, though, I've seen the Cardinals play just rejuvenated. They look more energized right now. Jones dribbles. At the left elbow, bounce pass off the cut. Good for 2. Finishes. Jalen Withers puts it up and in right there off the backboard. Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell the intensity's cranked up a ton here for the Cards. 8-zip run in the last 2:15. Florida State moves it around the perimeter. MJ Walker now with the basketball. Hands it off here, top of the key, Scotty Barnes. Barnes dribbles. Moves it out, left corner, deflected, able to get it back in his hands. Barnes passes over to Wilkes inside the key. Wilkes turnarounds. That one's good, up and in off the glass. Tough shot, able to get that one to fall. 42-24. 2 minutes remaining before halftime. Cardinals basketball. At the right wing. They'll take the 3. Johnson hit the front rim, no good. Withers, offensive rebound, gets it, puts it out. And it deflects off of a Seminole defender out of bounds to the corner. So 1:50 remaining. If you guys are new out here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Let's welcome you guys on board here for a great week, what should be for the play-by-play this week. Left corner 3, Cardinals take it. No good off the mark. They get another offensive rebound. That's their key is the boards. Back outside. Jones takes the 3. Hit the front rim. Tip in. Good for 2 though. David Johnson off the cut there. Cuts to the bucket, able to tip it in. Still anybody's game. 16-point game with a lot of time remaining. Barring what happened 2 weeks ago with Oklahoma State choking against West Virginia. 1:20 left to go. Wilkes, difficult 3. Missed it. Now Louisville starting to defend the perimeter. Oh, watch out. Couldn't grab the ball in time. That should have been an easy 2 in transition right behind the defense, but couldn't get it. Pass inside either way. Good for 2 with a layup. 42-28 coming back. Minute and 5 left to go before the half. Hey, what's good, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm doing pretty well, man. Just got back from dinner with his girlfriend. That's awesome, bud. Yeah, I'm shocked right now that this isn't a close game. Cardinals were getting blown out by 20 plus. Able to draw a win in 14. They're looking much better after the last time out. Still a lot of time left to go, and comebacks have been crazy this season. They have played rejuvenated, man. Just totally different type of energy here on the court right after that timeout by Louisville. One of my thoughts here, AP poll, week number 9. I'm shocked that Louisville dropped out from 16 to 26. And that Illinois is still in the top 25. Illinois at 9-5, they got the most losses out of anybody, and still is in the top 25. And the team I feel like that's ranked way too low, that's Alabama. Alabama at number 18. I will put them at least a 15 by the way that they've been playing for Alabama. I agree with most of the stuff. UCLA, I would have put Colorado in place of Illinois, though. So I would have had 2 Pac-12 teams in for this week. 1 minute left to play before halftime. It's going to be Florida State basketball. FSU takes it past half court. Walker turns the corner, moves it back outside of Wilkes. Shot fake. Back outside to MJ Walker. He's going to slow it down, sets it up, passes over to the left corner, left baseline, dribble Gray, and that's off the rim, no good. They do get the offensive rebound. Walker pass outside, Barnes takes the three, off the mark, no good, tipped up, and goes to the backcourt. Last touch by Louisville, so it's going to be Florida State offensive rebounds. 25 seconds left to go. FSU still has it, able to get back-to-back offensive boards. Scotty Barnes to the edge of that Cardinals logo there. Barnes in the front court, guarded by Carly Jones. 15 seconds left to go. Barnes stole the ball. Still at the edge of that Cardinals logo. 10 seconds now. Scotty Barnes, guarded by Jones still. Dribbles now, up towards the top. Barnes looks to pass it, slides it over. Wide open Walker. Takes the three, hit the front rim, offensive rebound. Louisville, full court shot right there. It's up. Oh, just missed off the top of the backboard, but that got very close as we go into halftime. 42-28 the score. Alright, so right now we're going to go into halftime here. The Cardinals were down by over 20 plus. Able to come on a furious type of comeback here to only put it to 14 before half. We still got 20 minutes remaining of basketball left to go. That gave Louisville quite some momentum going into half, but still down by 14. Totally different intensity. They came out for the final like 4 minutes there out of the first half. Yeah, Raven puts out, boy, look away for a second and this. They were getting destroyed. They were down as many by 24 at one point with just nothing going on. And then they just locked up defensively. That's been the big key, locking up defensively, attacking the basket, and Florida State had a couple mental lapses inside, which led to Cardinals buckets. Yeah, Jack puts out, if this game turns out to be a buzzer beater, it's going to take a shot at Jim Beam right after this one. Tip-off in Brooklyn, oh boy. Oh man, James Harden and KD looking unstoppable. Never mind when they put in Kyrie. Harden already with 2 points in the first minute. As Nets lead the Bucks now 2-0. That game just started. Mavs also taking on the Raptors for the NBA. So the 7:30 tip-off times, or 7:45, or 7:30 games that tip around 7:45, 15 past the hour, are starting here for today. Yeah, I agree, Bradley. They can make this a game since Cardinals are a second-half team this season. Duke with more votes than Drake, 43-42. Yeah, I agree there, Kevin. That's crazy. Alabama definitely getting some respect. They should have been put in over 2 weeks ago. Should have been put into the top 25. Hey, welcome in, Ty. Not a fan of these rankings right here. Yeah, Missouri down 2 when they won against Texas A&M. I know that Alabama should be up. Yeah, I know. And yeah, Minnesota too had a huge win against Michigan, so I definitely agree Minnesota should be up. Let's see here, 20-16 for Virginia Tech. Ohio State. See, Ohio State went all the way up from 21. I know Ohio State's getting better, knocking on the door of the top 10, but Missouri took care of business this week. I would have had them over Ohio State for Missouri, even though Ohio State got some quality wins this week. Yeah, Drake should be ranked. The only thing I feel like for Drake is that they're 13-0. They haven't played this week. They're on a pause, so they didn't prove anything this week. But they've only won against one power conference team. That's the only thing for Drake. So yeah, if I was doing my own bracket, my own rankings, I'd probably have them out as well. Just because they haven't played like anybody legit. That's the only thing. Like they don't really have like quad 1 victories. Oklahoma State here. Oklahoma State's just outside of the top 25. I'm gonna take a look at what they got upcoming schedule, because I think Oklahoma State they've been on a pause, but if they can come back, they got one game this week. Hey, if Oklahoma State wins this game on Saturday, they're gonna be ranked. They're taking on Baylor on Saturday, 2:00 Eastern time. They have the chance to be ranked for Oklahoma State if they do win that game. Yeah, Behind the Arc fan puts out Illinois started so well, and then just fell off the cliff. They're still in the top 25, even with 5 losses for Illinois. Yeah, Boise State, their only losses against Houston. Boise State only has 1 loss. It was the first week, like I think it was on like Thanksgiving against Houston, like the second day of college basketball. Yeah, the fact that Pitt got 0 votes, they definitely should have got votes. Let's see here, what we got for votes in this. So receiving votes: Louisville, Colorado, Oklahoma State, Florida State, USC, Duke, Drake, LSU, Boise State, Xavier, Belmont, Winthrop, Michigan State, Toledo, Purdue, Utah State. Yeah, Pitt doesn't have any votes. I'm going to see if there's any teams that I missed here, scrolling down rankings. Yeah, very tough game for Oklahoma State, but they have the chance to prove it and win that game. Hey, what's good, Aaron? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm gonna take Baylor for that one later today. So I'm gonna take Baylor's score prediction for that one, 70-65. So I got Baylor by 5 over Kansas tonight. Am I streaming Duke against Louisville on Saturday? Not sure just yet about my weekend schedule. I'm going to see if I can cover Creighton against UConn, because I feel like that's going to be a really good game. Oh, hey, what's good, Bill? Welcome to the stream, bud. He's got the Citadel plus 13.5. He's also taken Arizona State plus 3.5, and then he's got Baylor. So far, so good. Yes, Citadel's in a tight game right now against UNC Greensboro, so looking good on his end right now. Yeah, game number 1, just the first night against St. Francis. Like that's day number 1. A ton of things have changed by now. Yeah, Florida State was actually the underdog in the okay. I was okay, so FSU looking good right there then. I was going to say. Yeah, cuz Florida State was the underdog shockingly for this game. What's Texas Tech ranked at? Right now, Texas Tech is 12, so they went up 3 spots, even though they went 1-1 this week. Texas is at number 5. Aaron thinks Baylor will win by double digits tonight. Yeah, it could possibly be there. If Kansas can't guard Baylor's perimeter, that could be a long game tonight for Kansas. I really like the matchup though for Baylor in that one. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys over here. Let me know if anybody has the top 25 up, or if you guys saw the top 25 today. Is there, like, let me know in the chat. Is there any teams that stick out here that is ranked right now this week in the top 25 that you do not think will make the NCAA tournament? Put it down in the chat, because I was talking about one earlier. I think that there's one team I see that's going to get left out of the NCAA tournament, actually, thinking about it. And looking at their upcoming schedule. Hit me up in the chat if there's any teams that you guys can think of that will miss the NCAA tournament that's actually ranked right now. Because this is a time of year that some of these teams, they just randomly just fall face flat or so and don't even make the tournament. And that was Rutgers Rutgers was ranked 2 weeks ago. And then they just completely fell face flat down. And Rutgers now is in danger of making the NCAA tournament. Yeah, so Bradley puts out Clemson. I was talking about Clemson earlier today, and they got destroyed against Virginia in their last game. They're at 9-2. the thing is here with Clemson is that the teams they've won against, the teams that they've won against, actually they got Alabama. I think that win against Alabama, that was at a good time. That was at a good time against Alabama. If Clemson takes on Alabama now, a month later, I don't think that game's even close. Clemson's defense was non-existent in the last game against Virginia's offense, which isn't really explosive. That's the thing. So, looking at Clemson's upcoming schedule, this is really concerning for Clemson here. They got multiple quad one opportunities in here, but it's going to be tough the rest of the stretch for Clemson. They got next game at Georgia Tech, which Georgia Tech, they got a chance to possibly be in the tournament. They've been really improving. Like last time we saw them, from when they started out the season, everything was just going wrong. They started out 0-2, losses to Mercer and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech lost to Mercer and Georgia State. But Clemson's got at Georgia Tech on Wednesday. Then they got at Florida State on Saturday. Oh, that's going to be tough. And then they take on Boston College. That's a game you cannot afford to lose. At Duke on Saturday, January 30th. That's a game you know that Duke's going to be putting up a fight. And then they got 3 home games versus UNC, Syracuse, Georgia Tech. They got an easy game against Notre Dame on the 17th. 3 straight road games in a row, actually, in mid to late February. At Notre Dame, at Pittsburgh, at Wake Forest. You got to win 2 of those on the road. And then they finished their last 3 at home: Miami, Louisville, and Pittsburgh. Yeah, or UConn if they can't find a presence without Book Night. St. John's has been getting better. That's an explosively great offensive team for St. John's. And without Book Night now, they're gonna have to find more offense. That's the big key for UConn. And they got their work cut out for them, because the Big East is up for grabs all over the place. Villanova's yet to play a conference game. Creighton looks really vulnerable. UConn's at number 3. Xavier's really deep for Xavier. I've been impressed by Xavier. I think they can be like Sweet 16 potential if they get the matchups correct for Xavier, because that team is deep. Providence always gets better through coaching. They turned it up. They got the biggest week out of any team this week in college hoops. Wednesday at Creighton, Saturday at Providence. Oh boy. St. John's, yeah, Kevin puts out St. John's has some pieces. He like if they can make some noise mid-pack Big East finish this season. Yeah, they got the Champagny brothers for the one at Pitt, and then his other brothers at St. John's, and both of them putting up some big numbers this year. But yeah, I seem like if both the Champagny brothers stay for college hoops for next year, you're looking at Pittsburgh and St. John's both making the NCAA tournament next year. I feel like St. John's last year, that team was basically like mostly freshmen. Now they're sophomores, so they're going to be juniors next year, pending transfers if there's any. Bills got the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. Welcoming got 2 Bills on the stream, it looks like. We got one with a D icon and one with a green B icon. Interesting. As for the NBA right now, Nets and Bucks tied up at 18 for the scoreboard update. Mavs leading the Raptors 12-9. Raptors won the last 2 in a row though. Mavs at 6-6 this year. Oh, totally agree, Kevin. Both of them are absolutely beasts. Like, they have carried their teams. Who's the most underrated right now? I would probably go for Alabama at number 18. I think Alabama's got some deep tournament potential. They're not even healthy for Alabama. They've been out without key players, and they're in that big winning streak for Alabama. I thought that they should have been more up around 15, like 15 to 12 in that region, because I had said when Alabama won against Arkansas Like, they completely crushed them. Or no, Alabama won against Arkansas on Saturday. I think it was Alabama. I've covered so many Alabama games in the past couple of weeks here. I covered one last week, though. Alabama when they destroyed Kentucky last week. So, yeah, when they beat Kentucky, I was like, you got to put this team up. Like, up to at least 15 for Alabama, what they've done. They should have been ranked 2 weeks ago. And Alabama only got to 18. Alabama, then Minnesota, too. Minnesota at 17. They've got 4 losses. That's the only thing. But West Virginia's 9-4. See, I feel like Minnesota should be above West Virginia, because Minnesota is 11-4. West Virginia's 9-4. And Minnesota, guess what? Out of the teams here, inside the top 8, Minnesota has 2 wins inside the top 8. They've got a win over Iowa in overtime, even though they lost the last game against Iowa, split the series. And they also won against Michigan, destroy them. Yeah, West Virginia lost Sheway. I was talking about West Virginia with this team being a potential, like, when they were down against Oklahoma State, I was like, oh gosh, like, this team could possibly be in danger of missing the NCAA tournament. And then they completely saved that game, and now we don't know, like, what could ever become of West Virginia as of late, because they went on a huge pause. So, West Virginia, we won't know until they start picking up games, because that game, it would have been last week against Baylor. That would have been telling for West Virginia, because they still got Derek Culver for West Virginia, but they lost Sheway, which is a huge loss. So 42-28 the score. We start off here the second half in this one, and Florida State just gets the inbound and goes in, drives around the defense with an easy bucket right there by MJ Walker to start it off. 44-28. So not even 10 seconds through, they get an easy layup. Cardinals now with the ball. Drives inside. Good for 2, and a foul. Carly Jones going to go to the free throw line, coming up, shoot the and one. Yeah, Virginia Tech. Well, we're going to know more about Virginia Tech when the schedule heats up. Which Virginia Tech should be. Okay, so Virginia Tech should be they're right now 11-2. They should be 14-2. Virginia Tech is a very easy schedule coming up. They got like Notre Dame and BC up on their schedule coming up next. 19-20 left to go. At the left wing, Florida State with the ball. The free throw is no good by Jones. Yeah, I saw the headline of that by ESPN earlier today. Bill puts out, I went to school with a Ronald McDonald. What's good, Christian? Welcome to the stream, man. Hoping that the Cards can come back here in the second half. 19 minutes left to go. Off the inbound ball, stolen away. Carly Jones gets the steal. Shot fake right over Evans. Good for 2, up and in. It's a 12-point game. This is as close as it's been in a long time. Carly Jones with points off of turnovers. 18:55 left to go. Florida State up by double digits still. Raekwon Gray at the left wing. Dribbles inside. Puts it up. Off the back iron. Ooh, he got it. It was off the back iron. Sailed down into the net for 2. And he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot the and one coming up. Hey, what's good, Ryan? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, that game in the middle, that is at Syracuse there. So, Saturday at Syracuse. So, next 3 games for Virginia Tech, they've got it easy before it starts heating up. At home against Boston College, at Syracuse, and at Notre Dame. So, either 3-0 or 2-1, it looks like. At Syracuse, yeah, Syracuse is trying to play for their survival right now to possibly be in the tournament. Florida State good at the free throw line. Louisville right back, 3-point shot good Perimeter triple goes now by David Johnson. He's finally feeling it from the floor as a lead. He's got 12 points in this game, doubling what he's made in the last 2 games each. FSU now with the ball. MJ Walker dribbles now at the right wing. 18-10 left to go. Walker passes over to Malik Osborne. Back out to the top here to Gray. Gray takes a 3 and got it. Hits it straight away at the top of the key. 15-point lead. This team is lethal from downtown. They're 9 for 16 from the perimeter. Raekwon Gray with 12 points. He is the leading scorer. Jumper. They're actually going to say it's a deep 2. So his foot was on the line. So 14-point game again, not 15. Bucks up by 4 against the Nets. Very good game going on. Louisville no good. Oh, watch out in transition. MJ Walker, though, the pass a little bit out in front of his hands, had to float it back around the perimeter. That could have been an easy 2 if that pass was not as strong as it should have been in transition. Walker pushes off, and that's going to be an offensive foul by Florida State. Louisville will get it back. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome to stream, man. He's at work with his mom right now. Yeah, other than the Blue Bloods, Memphis might be the most disappointing team. Yep, Memphis, Cincinnati. No, Northern Iowa was supposed to be good this year. Like, supposed to contend for the Missouri Valley. What teams am I doing this week? After this game will be Kansas versus Baylor after this one. And then tomorrow, Tennessee, Florida. Duke versus Pittsburgh tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the NBA. Celtics versus Sixers on Wednesday and Friday. And then Lakers, Bucks on Thursday. So 49-35. Cardinals with the basketball and they travel around the perimeter with it. Crucial turnover with 17.5 left to go. Seminoles will get it back. Yeah, that is crazy. Kevin puts out here, Duke, Kentucky, and UNC are all unranked for the first time since 1961. Absolutely crazy, man. Florida State has it. Left wing perimeter. Sadar Calhoun with the ball. Dribbles towards his right. Passes over to Raekwon Gray. Gray, the leading scorer with 12. Moves it back out here to Evans. Raekwon Evans back outside to Wyatt Wilkes. Fadeaway left baseline jumper. No good. Rebounds. Goes to the Cardinals by Jalen Withers. They pass it underneath in transition. Shot fake. Puts it up. No good. Tapped up in the air. They do get the offensive rebound, though, with Slazinski. Slazinski puts it back outside. Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson now dribbles. Pro hop in the paint. Puts it up, and he gets fouled. David Johnson going to go to line shoot 2. 16:46 left to go. One key here for Louisville today. They're not falling Florida State. So that's good for Louisville in this game, because Florida State, most of their points are from the free throw line. They are crazy good when it comes to knocking down free throws at the charity stripe. First free throw, no good. Louisville misses it. Second free throw coming up, got it. .13 game. 16.5, we approach that mark remaining. FSU has it at the right wing. It's Raekwon Evans. Back out to Gray. Over to Calhoun. Moves it over to Barnes here, left baseline. Pump fake. Drives inside. Barnes put it up. Hit the front rim. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Gray out of bounds for FSU, so Louisville down by 13 will have it back. Yeah, if David Johnson could put it together, I agree, Grayson. He could be a first-round draft pick here. The remainder of these games are going to be really telling. Especially the tournament games, too, is what scouts take a really good look at. That's good for 2. Blows by the defense by Carlik Jones now in double figures with 11. They're again in this game closer now. 15:55 left to go. FSU ball. Florida State at the right wing. Scotty Barnes moves it out to the left wing. Raekwon Evans has it. Evans dribbles at the top. Now hands it off into the hands of Barnes at the left wing with 10 on the shot clock. Scotty Barnes back outside. Raekwon Gray dribbles, pro hot, floats it up, and no good, rattled out. It was halfway there, but just rattled out. Rebound back to Louisville. Carly Jones has it with 11 points now. Jones back out to the left wing. Slazinski puts into the hands of David Johnson here. Johnson guarded by Calhoun. Johnson dribbles. He'll take the three over Calhoun. No good. Off the mark. Rebound back to FSU by Gray. Florida State will dribble past half court. Moves it inside. Watch out. Personal foul picked up by David Johnson. That could have been two by FSU, but Malik Osborne going to go to the line anyway. Shoot two coming up. We'll take a timeout in this one here, folks. Florida State been controlling this game all day. Louisville trying to come back, though. Still down by double digits here. Going to go on timeout. 15-11 remaining. Alright, so right now we're on timeout here. We'll take a look. Scoreboard updates for NBA, since NBA is going on right now. Bucks at the end of the first quarter up over the Brooklyn Nets, 34-28. Let's see what we got here. Kyrie, or KD and James Harden in this game. Is Kyrie playing or not? Let's see. No. So yeah, so no Kyrie. James Harden only got 2 points though so far that first quarter. 1 for 3 from the floor. Kevin Durant got 6 points so far. 4 assists in the first half. James Harden got 3 assists so far. And KD 2 for 4 from the floor. And for the Bucks, Giannis got 5. It's actually Chris Middleton leading scorer with 8 points from Milwaukee. Yeah, Louisville's making it close here. Still got a lot of time left to go. Raptors up against the Mavs right now, 19-16. Chris Boucher, what a pickup if you got him in fantasy basketball, because he has been on a roll lately here for Toronto. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal in the first quarter alone so far. Porzingis, 8 points and 2 rebounds for the Dallas Mavericks. As the Raptors extended, they lead it now 21-16 over the Mavs. As for college hoops, let's see, not really much going on, just mid-major basketball currently with 2 other mid-major games. UNC Greensboro over the Citadel 54-44. East Tennessee State leading Virginia Military Institute 58-53. So only 2 other games going on, both from the Southern Conference. Earlier today over on Fox, St. John's won against UConn 74-70. St. John's able to complete the comeback. And the Red Storm, they got a pretty good offense, 8-7. Much better defensively as of late here for the Johnnies. If they retain, because a lot of those players are sophomores on that team for St. John's, if they retain the majority of that roster next year, they're looking like they could possibly be an NCAA tournament team for St. John's. It's actually second quarter right now. So second quarter, we're into it right now. So 49-38 second quarter right now as they updated it. After this one, it's going to be Baylor versus Kansas, so feel free to stop on by for that. Great game later tonight on Behind the Arc Basketball. I'll be on the call for that one. Of course, if you guys are new, digging the content, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Welcoming Roger back in here. NHL update, Diamond McCrab puts out here, all live games, scoreless right now. Thanks so much for the update there, bud. I'm going to hang out with Off the Wall Hockey later tonight. He's got 2 live streams he is doing. One of them a very late game that starts at like 10:30 tonight. I think with the Vegas Golden Knights in action. So I'm going to check out his stream for a little bit before I go to bed after the conclusion of Baylor versus Kansas later tonight. Alright, still a lot of time remaining though. 15-11 left to go. It's going to be Florida State. They got fouled right before the timeout. So FSU, automatic this season, especially in conference play at the free throw line. Going to shoot 2. First one good. At the charity stripe there by Malik Osborne. They are perfect. 4 for 4 at the line. They went last game. They were ridiculous at the free throw line against UNC. They went 26 for 27. Second free throw coming up. And that one is good. 51-38, 13-point game. Inbound by Louisville. Ball into the hands of David Johnson now. So dribble pass half court for the Cards. Down by 13, 15 minutes remaining. Puts it back outside to Williamson. Williamson now dribbles. Floats it up mid-range. Off the mark, no good. Rebound FSU by Osborne. Under 15 minutes left to go. Off the wall hockey or hot take hockey. Both of their names are John, but my friend my best friend's actually John from Off the Wall Hockey. We went to school with each other, Roger. So we grew up with each other in the same town. And we've known each other for over like 15 years. Cardinals will turn it over, travel inside the key as Florida State player number 10 for FSU, Malik Osborne, got dinged up in the last possession there as he tried to go to the bucket underneath and the ball was deflected. He got knocked down underneath as the Cardinals got the steal. Florida State gets it back. 14:30 left to go. Seminoles have it at the top of the key. Dribbles here with Calhoun. Moves it back outside. Deflected by Johnson out of bounds. Do I think that Louisville has the best center court logo? That looks pretty cool. Bradley puts out. I like that logo there, man. I like how they're creative and not use like the generic logo, and how they go with an official bird. No good, Florida State inside. They get the offensive rebound, and Raekwon Gray gonna go to the line. Coming up here. Shoot two. That's a crusher for Louisville, because you know for Florida State, those are an automatic 2 points. So it should be 53-38 if he hits both of these free throws. Hey, what's good, Vaughn? Welcome to the stream, man. Does anybody know where Chet Holmgren's going to go? Last time he heard it was Gonzaga. Not sure just yet. There's no official schools, but he went to high school with Jalen Suggs, so it wouldn't surprise me if he does go to Gonzaga. Second free throw, it's not an automatic 53-38. That's a rare miss there by Florida State, as they went 1 for 2 that trip. Rebound Louisville, 14 minutes left to go. Cardinals at the top. David Johnson now with the basketball, as he will dribble, pro hop inside, deflected out of bounds to the baseline. They'll get it back with 13:47. Leafs scored, looks like. So Leafs up against Winnipeg Jets 1-0. Sabres scored a goal against the Philadelphia Flyers 1-0. Yeah, Xavier Pinson is a great leader, man, from Missouri. They got a gem there with Pinson. 13:44 left to go. 52-38 to score. What's good, Lance? Welcome to the stream, man. Cardinals will inbound this all the way in their backcourt. 8 in the shot clock. Carly Jones, dribble, stop and pop jumper, free throw circle, no good. Rattled out, big offensive rebound, puts it up and in for 2, going down there by Withers. It's now a 12-point game. That was a huge offensive board by the Cards. 3-point shot, Florida State makes it. Knocking down the triple, that's a big one. Wyatt Wilkes, whenever Louisville has tried to get on some type of advantage in this game, Florida State just a dagger triple. And Wyatt Wilkes had 2 early 3-point shots, just had another one for his third of the game. 3 for 4 from the outside. Cardinals driving to the bucket, good for 2 by David Johnson. That's how he's able to pick it up as of late. That's encouraging there for the Cards. 55-42, they just got to play defense. 13:08 left to go. As Florida State's been crazy from the perimeter, 9 for 16. This team, the top 3-point shooting team in the conference, and looking good from the outside, with multiple threes going down by Raekwon Evans, Wyatt Wilkes, both of them hitting 3 3-point shots separately each, and Scotty Barnes with 2 triples as well. Yeah, John from Off the Wall Hockey streams as well. I believe he's got a doubleheader tonight, so he's already streaming in the progress. Alright, we go to timeout here. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, or ring that notification bell as well. Hit me up in the chat who you're rooting for in this game. If you're going out for Florida State, type in FSU. If you're going out for Louisville, you can type in Cards here out in the chat, everybody, as we welcome in everybody new here. Or if you guys are from past live streams, everybody here on the stream, as we welcome you guys back on here. Am I gonna call the Super Bowl? No, I'm gonna watch that with my family. I'm not gonna call the Super Bowl. I'm gonna watch that with my family, because last year I covered it in the football channel, and it just felt like I missed just so much. It's not really like it's like I felt like something was missing there, because I'm able to like talk upon like my family and stuff, and when I watch games, and when I stream games sometimes, especially football, some of that is missed out, especially like playoff games sometimes. Grayson believes in Louisville, but he's going to go Florida State in this one. Sorry to hear that, Vaughn. He lost his match in John's fantasy league, but won. Yep, you won your match in my league this week. So Vaughn looking good this week for his fantasy. What happened before the timeout? Florida State hit a 3-point shot with Wyatt Wilkes. 22-20, Raptors up against the Mavs right now. The score there in the second quarter just started. Brooklyn Nets lead the Milwaukee Bucks 45-42 to score. Very tight game with 8.5 left to go, second quarter in the NBA. And Miami Heat no-show right from the start. Pistons up against the Heat 12-2. And Chicago Bulls lead it over the Houston Rockets 7-6 to score in that one. So we'll keep you guys updated. Got a lot of good games this week. That is one thing for sure. After this one, I'll be covering Baylor versus Kansas, so feel free to stop and by for that game. Should be an incredible matchup tonight. Tomorrow we got Tennessee versus Florida. The first game at 7 o'clock Eastern. After that one, we're going to go with Duke against Pittsburgh. And then Wednesday and Friday, we got two Celtics games against the same team, Celtics-Philly, on national TV, both on Wednesday and Friday as they take on each other back-to-back. Fingers crossed both of those games will be played. I know Philly had to cancel their game again against OKC due to more cases winning their team. And then Thursday should be a great NBA game as well. We're going Lakers against Bucks. Lakers in an early game as we get back to action. Hey, welcome in, Lance. Appreciate it, bud, for stopping by. I'll post in the merchandise site over here. I'm going to check that out myself. Let's see here. I'm going to go over to my... It's a low price here. I'm going to get you the exact price here in just a moment. Wilkes takes the 3. Air ball by Florida State, and it gets tapped out of bounds. Last touched by FSU, so it's going to be Louisville basketball with 12:50 remaining. We're back into the game. Cardinals inbound coming up, 12:50 left to go. Men's Classic t-shirt, that is $12.99. So I get the one, I put the big logo on it, and I also get the one with a corner. And this t-shirt I'm wearing with a logo over here is $12.99. I put it on the merchandise site if anybody's interested. Right there, feel free to check it out. I'll also pin, I'll pin the message for you guys as well. There we go. So if anybody's interested, check out the Behind the Arc basketball merchandise site. Good for 2 by Louisville. Inside the key right there. 55-44. 12:15 left to go. At the top, moves it over left corner. MJ Walker with the ball. So yeah, just posted in the merchandise site. We got some pretty cool stuff out there. Short sleeve, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, t-shirts. Over in the Behind the Arc basketball merchandise site. Just pinned that to the chat. 12 minutes remaining. Good for 2 by FSU. Off the tip in. They missed the first one. Louisville has the ball right baseline. Outside once again to Williamson. Jones moves it over to the left wing. Back out to Jones here at the top of the key. Carlik Jones dribbles. Free throw circle. Spin move. Floats it up mid-range. Off the mark. No good. Not a good look. But there was a foul on the court here. Picked up by FSU. Their 5th personal. And the clock will stop with 11:41. Attacking the lane. That's been a big key here for Louisville as of late. As we'll go on to another timeout. This one a media timeout as the clock will stop with 11:41. Yeah, Cardinals trying to find the answer. It seems like whenever Louisville has a big response trying to cut it down to like 10 or 11, Florida State has a big bucket that they get, like a 3-point shot. Dagger type of 3-point shot. They got Raekwon Gray, Wyatt Wilkes, both of these players with 13 points total so far tonight. And both of them making, Gray's gone 5 for 8 from the floor, whereas Wilkes hit 3-point shots. Raekwon Evans hit 3 triples as well. Louisville here, leading scorer, David Johnson. Good to see that David Johnson is trying to break out of his slump, and he's doing that tonight, 6 for 13. He hit 2 3-point shots as well, got himself 7 rebounds. For Johnson, last 2 games he was ineffective, scoring 10 points total in the last 60 minutes for David Johnson, but much better game today with 15, trying to make a comeback. Carlik Jones with only 11, though. Jones been the leading scorer this season, dropped down 25 in the last one. Lakers Celtics in the finals, that'd be incredible. I really wish for that finals there, Donovan McCrabb. That's the one I'm wishing for. and I hope it happens. My preseason pick actually was the Lakers-Bucks, though. But on paper, the Nets. The Nets look like they could go to the finals, look like they win it, though. But one game between Harden and KD, we're just like, oh, man, like, how is anybody going to stop this team? But that's just one game in. I got to see the sample way more than a one-game sample size between these two. So we'll eventually get it up to 10, adding Kyrie to the mix, and then it'll go up to 15, 20, and we'll see how it goes by March or so. With Kyrie, KD, James Harden, all three of them. By the way, the Pistons are destroying the Heat tonight, 25-9 the score in favor of Detroit. Wow. Miami just did not show up. They're looking like the Celtics from yesterday when the Celtics went scoreless for like 5 minutes straight. 25-9 Pistons. Yeah, James Harden got a triple-double in his debut for Brooklyn. That was phenomenal. Raptors up against the Mavs, 33-28. Yeah, I heard about Karis LeVert. Sending my thoughts out to Karis LeVert. That's unfortunate. That's just terrible. Brooklyn leading the Bucks 47-42 currently in the NBA. Bulls up against the Rockets 15-10. So those are the games going on right now inside the NBA. College hoops not really that much. Just 2 games from the Southern Conference going on this timeout. UNC Greensboro, tight game, up by 4 against the Citadel, 64-60. UNCG just hit a 3-point shot, make it 67-60. East Tennessee State up against Virginia Military Institute, 71-59. So 57-44 to score. We're going to get right back into it. Knicks Thunder the finals. Too funny, man. Knicks destroyed the Celtics yesterday. It wasn't even close. Knicks got some physical players. Like, nothing's pretty when they try to score the basketball, but they are physical. Hey, what's good, Benji Bop? Welcome to the stream. Do I know if they're going to reschedule the Duke versus Florida State game? Not sure myself, but probably. They'll probably do it. They'll probably fit it in the schedule. First free throw is good. I know for the Big East, there was games that were postponed a month ago, and they've been fitting in the Big East games. They had like a revised schedule into the Big East. I'm not sure what the other conferences are doing, though. I know the Atlantic 10 just rescheduled a bunch of games. Second free throw is good. Yeah, because I was looking on the Dayton Flyers schedule, and they got George Washington. They played them yesterday. They got George Washington as well this week. So usually you don't see back-to-backs in the A10 against the same team. But Dayton takes on GW. Well, they took each other on yesterday, and they're going to take them on a second time this week. So back-to-back for the Flyers. Inbound by the Cards. They hit their free throws. They also get the basketball back. They'll take the 3. Off the mark. Missed it. Offensive rebound, though. Williamson keeps it alive. He gets pushed down from behind as well. That's another personal foul picked up by FSU. There's 6 personal, and the clock will stop with 11:35. KD getting physical to Giannis. There we go. Pistons T-Wolves in the finals. Am I a Florida State fan? I'm actually not. I'm a Providence and URI fan, but I cover college hoops games and NBA games as well here on the channel. Inbound Louisville right off the cut. Oh, big jam by the Cards. This might have signaled something. Wow. Jalen Withers throws it down off the baseline pass right underneath, and it's back to single digits for the longest time since, like, not even the halfway point through the first half. Oh, my goodness. What a throwdown by Withers. A 9-point game and going to go to the line, shoot 1. What a game. 11:34. We still got a lot of time remaining. Free throw. Good. Louisville hits an 8-point game. They are turning up the energy. Oh, Carly Jones got his hands up in the air right now. Oh, here they go. Full court press. Florida State able to get by it, though. Takes it past half court. At the left wing. Calhoun back out left baseline. MJ Walker dribbles. Passes deflected. Stolen away here. Louisville with numbers. Here they go on a 2-on-1. Jones, though, poked from behind, stolen away here by Florida State. Wow. Seminoles with the basketball pass, transition, right wing. They're going to slow it down, set it up. Calhoun moves it back on top. MJ Walker over to Raekwon Gray at the left wing. And now to Raekwon Evans. Dribbles left wing, pass over to the top. Floats it over the top. Copes Arisa, big fella. Able to get the entry pass, throws it down for the two-handed flush. 10-point FSU lead. 11 minutes remaining. What a game if you guys are new. Spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play college games, also NBA games here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Yeah, Christian Wood, absolute fantasy steal for basketball this year. Shot fake Johnson, over to the top Williamson. Terrible decision to pass that one as Johnson was not cutting enough there in the key. And Samuel Williamson over to his non-connection there to David Johnson, turned it over as the ball went out of bounds. So Florida State will get it back. Wow, has this become a game now? 10:30 remaining, FSU basketball. Seminoles, dribble. Free throw circle, moves it back out to Walker. Shot fake at the left wing, leaves it over for Calhoun. Pump fake here, drives inside Calhoun, no good. Whistle, foul contact. Clock will stop with 10:19. And it's going to be a blocking foul, it appears to be by Louisville. So it's going to send FSU. Oh no, it's going to be offensive foul here, right? Yeah, offensive foul by FSU. It was Williamson underneath who took the charge. Calhoun with the offensive foul, so it's going to be Louisville basketball. So Cardinals here are going to get the ball back. 10 minutes left to go. Calhoun with 3 personals, Copes-Arisa with 3. Am I going to be doing Florida State Clemson? Probably not. I'm probably going to do Creighton against UConn on Saturday. So I rotate between a lot of teams. I'm actually from Massachusetts. Where I am is Florida State in transition. Good for 2 off the throwdown. But yeah, I haven't called Creighton this season, so I want to see how they do. So I'm probably going to lean towards that game to cover if I'm around on Saturday. 61-49. Louisville has a left baseline. Back out to the left wing. Pro Hoppo feeds it inside, underneath, back outside. They'll take the 3. Williamson, left corner, missed it. Tried to follow it up, couldn't get it. Rebound over to FSU. Florida State with 9:10 left to go. Jack, what's here, bud? Welcome on the stream, man. Why am I not covering the NBA right now? These are 2 really good college games. College is meaningful. Like, a lot of the college games are meaningful because we're 2 months away from March Madness. Whereas, like, NBA's got a long season remaining before them or so. And these are 2 great games tonight. That's why. Florida State good for 2 underneath. Louisville going to take a 3 off the mark. No good. Tipped up. Fight for the rebound. And clock will stop here with 8:53. It's going to be Florida State board, it appears to be here. Cardinals also in the bonus as well. So we update that. Yeah, it seems like whenever Louisville tried to draw closer in this game, Florida State just always has a big response tonight. After this one, great game right after this one, Kansas against Baylor. Feel free to stop and by for that one. The top 10 battle going down. Number 9 versus number 2. Yeah, Vegas doesn't know how UConn lost today. UConn's without their star player, James Bouknight. He's like a top 5 scorer in the Big East, and he's injured. He underwent surgery on his elbow, so that's a major loss. I'm 25, Benji Bob. 8-zip run by Florida State. That's good for 2 with a layup. Yeah, maybe someday, Lance. Maybe sometime you'll see me commentate NBA games. That'd be quite cool. Yeah, so UConn was without Bouknight. Huge loss. They're going to have to find their second scoring option. They were able to get that with Polly and Tyrese Martin in the past couple of games, but St. John's has got some pretty good players in their team that can flat out score with the basketball too. They got a scrappy defense. I saw the start of that game. I was like, oh yeah, UConn's looking good. Their defense, that's how UConn's going to have to win games throughout the stretch here, is through their defense until Bouknight comes back. Cardinals got fouled as they went to the free throw line. First one good by Carly Jones. 65-50, 8:25 left to go. If you guys are new here on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Oh, that's awesome, Benji Bob. That's cool, man. So you do cool edits and stuff like that. That's awesome, man. Best of luck with your channel, brother. Second free throw coming up here by Carly Jones. And no good, missed it. Rebound back by FSU. Up by 15 for the Seminoles. Florida State takes it past half court. Raekwon Evans passes over. They have it left corner. Osborne lines up a 3, missed it, and another foul. This time by Louisville, picks it up from behind. And the clock will stop with 8:12. So they had momentum right after that inbound dunk. They closed it in by 9, and just FSU won't let the door just keep on getting shut here. So Florida State will get the inbound. That's the 5th personal foul picked by Louisville. 9 by Florida State. FSU inbounds underneath their hoop. They'll pass it underneath, deflected to the corner. Oh, nice defensive play there. Carly Jones taps it off a Florida State player. And it goes out of bounds if that happened there at the left corner. If it was off of Copa Risa or not here, the refs are taking a look at this one right now. It's going to be, okay, so they reverse it. So it's going to be out of bounds by Louisville, by Jones. He stepped out of bounds as he tried to tap it out by Copa Risa. Inbound here for FSU. Walker passes over to Barnes. Barnes moves it out right corner. Malik Osborne back over to Scotty Barnes once again. Dribbles to the top, hands it off to Raekwon Evans. Evans now dribbles straight away into the lane. Back outside. Shot fake here. Malik Osborne drives. Oh! Massive poster right there by Malik Osborne. You gotta be kidding me. 67-50. That could probably as well maybe put this game good night if Louisville can't put together a comeback. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. He's got children. You're abusing all the children right there, Malik. Let's see this replay. Malik shot fake drives. Oh boy, right over J.J. Traynor. Glad he doesn't have children. I don't believe so, but oh man. Get your kids away from that. Oh gosh. Wow, highlight reel poster right there as we're going to go to a timeout. 67-50, 7:40 on the clock. Man. Do I know Mike Glennon from the NFL? I remember when he used to play. So yeah, I remember when he used to play for the Bucks. Yeah, take a look at that replay when you guys have the chance. When it goes trending later today, that was a throwdown. Wow. Florida State just such a deep team. And they are doing it tonight with multiple players scoring 5+ points. Raekwon Gray with 15, Wilkes with 13. 9 off the bench by Malik Osborne, Raekwon Evans with 9. 6 by Copa Risa and 5 by Calhoun, and 8 off the bench by Scotty Barnes, along with 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Scotty Barnes 3 for 6 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the perimeter. Man. They've lit it up all game long. 9 for 19 from the outside. Cardinals had a lot of trouble stopping their 3-ball. And then as of late, Seminoles just drawing fouls and going to the line. And also, yeah, turnovers have been a major issue. Warning for headphone users, turn the volume down. Well, this game doesn't really need to be turned down because right now it's a 17-point lead. Unless the Cardinals make a major comeback here and it results in me calling a buzzer beater. They got 7:40 left to do that. Man, I actually predicted Louisville would take this game, which I'm wrong at again. I've predicted so many wrong games lately. It's unbelievable. I'm going to take Baylor later tonight. Hopefully that one comes true. I do like Baylor against Kansas later tonight. Scoreboard update here. We'll take a look at the NBA right now. Miami Heat getting crushed by the Pistons, 36-22 in the first quarter. Bulls up against the Rockets, 28-16. Raptors Mavs tight game, 44-43 Mavs by 1 against the Raptors. And then Nets lead the Bucks with 1:19 before halftime, 57-54. KD 11 points, 5 assists. Giannis with 16 points in that game from Milwaukee. It's a good game. Alright, so if you guys are new out here on the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe here, folks. Feel free to join me in for the next one. Should be a great game. Number 9 Kansas versus number 2 Baylor. Tomorrow we'll be back for some more college. Tennessee versus Florida. Duke against Pittsburgh. And then NBA on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Celtics versus Sixers on Wednesday and Friday. And then Lakers versus Bucks on Thursday. Okay, so we're going to get back to action. 7:40 left to go. It's going to be one free throw here coming up at the line. by Louisville right out of the timeouts. Carly Jones, 3 for 5 tonight at the charity stripe, and he's going to be shooting 2 as he was fouled before the timeout. So first one, no good, missed it. And they're just flat out leaving points off the board for the Cardinals. And that's not what you can do when you're going up against Florida State. And Florida State, they've been just turning the corner, executing so well as of late for FSU. And what they do best is at the charity stripe, knocking down free throws left and right. Second free throw is good. They came into this game 83% at the free throw line. 7:35 left to go. Florida State now with the basketball. I have to see how Villanova responds. A lot of people are going to say that Villanova is overrated when they lose against Providence on Saturday. Remember that. Is that Providence has the biggest week out of anybody. This is the time when Ed Cooley and the Friars start to turn up. That's a tough game for Providence. Not guaranteeing that they're going to win that game, but can they make it close coming out of quarantine? I think they can. I think they can for Providence, and they got to win as many games as possible to make the tournament. So, yeah, I feel like if Villanova loses to Providence, everybody's going to be putting Villanova overrated. But the thing is, Providence, this is the time that it turns up. So for Villanova, for them to be, like, more overrated, it needs to be, like, a loss against, like, St. John's, Butler, teams that's not desperate to make it as much into the tournament. Or so, where St. John's actually is, but they got a losing conference record, though. They're 3-6. 67-51. Louisville going to get the steal right here off the missed rebound by Florida State. The Cardinals going to put it up and no good. Slazinski, he had a look. It just hit the front rim. Quinn Slazinski has had quite a bit of great looks today. Just hasn't been able to get them. Florida State will slow it down. 6.5 left to go. I'll see you back in 20 minutes here. Roger. Dribbles. Bounce pass off the cut. Watch out. Good for 2. Raekwon Gray. This game gotten out of reach. 69-51. 6:20 remaining. Cardinals now with the ball. They've yet to get a single shot in the last 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Back outside, the right corner. Got it. Quinn Slazinski redeeming himself with a triple. Oh, that's awesome, Benji Bob. You met Dalvin Cook. That's incredible, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never met him, but of course everybody's heard of Dalvin Cook. I met the latest athlete I met. I know if Vegas is in the chat, I remember Throwback Patriots from like 2006. Tully Banta-Kane, a linebacker for the Patriots. I met him. It was right before. It was pre-COVID, like 2 weeks before the virus struck. I went to Patriot Place and he was signing autographs, and I met Tully Banta-Kane. He used to play for the Patriots back in the mid to late 2000s. Inside a key pass over to Osborne, good for 2 in the post, and he got fouled as well. Florida State, by the way, that's an incredible number. They have made their last 43 out of 45 free throw attempts at the line, as they're going to shoot the and one coming up here by Malik Osborne. That is phenomenal. Do I think Mahomes is playing on the weekends? I will say yes there. Free throw is good. 44 for 46. This team has turned a corner, and they are proving it right now. 5:40 remaining. Cardinals now with the basketball. They'll take it past half court. David Johnson dribbles top of the key. Johnson now towards his right. At the right elbow. What was concerning to me is that they gave up so many three-point shots against North Carolina, and UNC stayed right with them. And Louisville, this offense just hasn't been able to light it up today. That one wasn't even close on the three-point shot from the right corner. Rebound back to FSU. 5:10 left to go. Florida State now with the ball with Walker. Dribbles at the top. Guarded by Jones. Walker with the basketball. Towards his left, moves over to Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes now, dribbles, left baseline, underneath, drives inside, no good, missed it, tipped up in the air, fight for the rebound, and Carly Jones going to come down with it as he's tripped on the ground by Scotty Barnes. Barnes going to pick up the personal, and the clock will stop with 4:54. Oh, that's cool, Grayson. That's awesome, man. He met Jim Brown in an elevator. So back to the double bonus once again. Carly Jones, and these free throws are crushing Louisville today. 6 for 10, even though they're still down by a bunch, though. But if they wanted to make this a closer game, all the free throws must have been hit in this game. And once again, the three-point shots have been rough by the Cardinals. And they had their opportunity today. Florida State got lit up against UNC and gave up 10 3-point shots against UNC, who is at the very bottom of the conference in 3-point shooting. First shot good at the line. 72-55. Grayson was at a hotel with his family, gonna go in the elevator. Walked in, we saw Jim Brown, and his dad realized it was him and went, "Hey, Mr. Brown." It's too funny, man. Good one at the line there by Carly Jones. Carly Jones with 17, Johnson with 15, 13 by Withers, but only 5 from the bench. That is it between 4 players. Whereas Florida State is combined for 25 from the bench. And that's not been another problem tonight for Louisville. It's been the bench. And I feel like that's where Baylor's got the big-time advantage over Kansas in the next game I'll be covering. So feel free to join me back in about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Number 2 Baylor hosting number 9 Kansas. And hopefully what should be a great game. Where I like, though, in this game, I'm going to take Baylor for the next game on the advantage. So I think Baylor will extend it to 13-0 this season. And big reason why is because of their bench. Their backcourt is stacked, and they got one of the deepest backcourts, or they have the deepest backcourt this season in all college basketball. That is one thing for sure for the Baylor Bears. And it will be on full display today against Kansas, who has struggled to defend perimeter shots this season. So that could be a little bit of a matchup nightmare for Kansas. Where I think Kansas could do well, though, is on the glass. Because Baylor's a great passing team. They're just stacked at the backcourt. They don't have as much size as other teams. And their bread and butter is the 3-point shot. They are fast. And they can get out in transition, and they can pass, and they take so many good open looks. Like how they move the basketball around. It is just magical. 4:30 left to go. 72-56. Florida State drives inside. Missed the layup, no good. Scotty Barnes was looking for the fall, couldn't get it. Cardinals have the ball. Cardinals here at the top of the key as they will dribble. Shot fake Johnson. Hands it off now, turns the corner. Williamson passes right baseline. Missed it. Off the mark, no good. FSU comes up with a board error by Barnes. Do I know the Trace McSorley meme? I actually don't. Trace McSorley was pretty good when he went to Penn State for a QB. Yeah, Kevin puts out a surprising result for this game. He expected Louisville to have a little bit more tonight, definitely. Cardinals came into this game perfect, 6-0 at home. Florida State going to take a deep 2. That's up. Hit the front rim. No good. Rebound back to Louisville. Final 3:40 left to go. Hopefully the next game will be much better. A closer game. Back outside. The right baseline dribble. Slazinski underneath. Couldn't finish. Got fouled though, so he's going to go to line shoot 2. See, those are the plays right there. Quinn Slazinski absorbing the contact. That's the difference when you absorb the contact and you go inside and able to draw the contact, but able to put up an accurate shot, and Slazinski just flinged it up there with a contact, and it was an air ball. So if he didn't get that call, it would have went back to Florida State, but he did get the call. It's been concerning today for Slazinski. He's had really quite a bit, a couple possessions in this game where he should have decided to take open jumpers, and that could have helped out Louisville come back a little bit in this one. He was wide open in transition one time, should have took a corner 3. Instead, he went pump fake, drove to the basket instead. There was another time as well, I think, where he was inside and took a jumper, and it was just way off. So we're on the timeout currently, 72-56. Going to wrap this one in a little bit. Yeah, and to think that the Cardinals would have won this. I keep on being wrong with my game picks lately. I'm all set right now, Benji Bop, but yeah, I'm gonna take a look right now at unbelievable. A lot of these games are coming down to which team has more to prove. And a lot of the victories have been the underdog, by the way. Which Louisville was favorite on the line, 3.5 on the line for the Cardinals. Scoreboard update in the NBA. Nets up against the Bucks by 1 at halftime. Great game, 57-56. Mavs and Raptors, another great game at halftime, 47 even. Pistons destroying the Heat tonight. Actually, not by that much right now. They're up by like 15, 18 early on. It's now an 11-point game, 46-35. And Bulls up against the Rockets, 36-26. So those are NBA scoreboard updates. So Florida State just going to close this one out. Yeah, I'm all set right now, Benji Bop. This is a sports stream right now, bud. But FSU is going to improve to 4-1 in the conference. That means they're going to be a half game behind Virginia Tech, so they'll be at third in the conference. It goes Virginia at 5-0, 5-1 Virginia Tech, and then 4-1 Florida State. Louisville would fall down to 4-2 in the conference. So Cardinals at the line, 3:32 left to go, coming out of the timeout. Big East Player of the Year pick, yeah. I think it's going to be an interesting race. You got multiple players that have the chance to win it. I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go Sandro Mamukelashvili to win it from Seton Hall. He's been just great this season, what he has done. He's been a beast in the post. There was one of the games where he was wrecking. I was trying to figure out what team it was. I think it was Xavier. He kept on going with the same move inside, and they could not get him on the spin move at all. 72-59 to score. 3:15 left to go. There's multiple players up there though. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, David Duke, Colin Gillespie will probably make the first team, even though Robinson Earl is leading Villanova in scoring this season. 72-59, 2:55 left to go. Floater, no good, not even close by Raekwon Gray. Defensive rebound here by Louisville, down by 13. The chance to draw within 10 here. They got to go urgent. Williamson back out to Slazinski. Got to shoot the basketball here if you're Louisville. 2:40 left to go. Get a good look. Carly Jones has it. Dribbles, drives inside, bounce pass underneath, puts it up. That's a foul. Going to the free throw line, shoot 2 here for the Cards. No Maryland versus Michigan tomorrow, so I don't have Big Ten Network. So it's only the 2 ESPN games. Tennessee, Florida, and then Duke against Pittsburgh for tomorrow. Yeah, Julian Champetti of St. John's. He's the leading scorer, I believe, right now for the Big East. James Bouknight was up there until he got hurt. Just unfortunate injury. David Duke. He's going to be first team, that's one thing for sure. Nate Watson, a Providence, second team. Big East, most likely. First free throw, good by the Cardinals. Second one, Jalen Withers missed it. 72-60. 2.5 left to go before this one goes final tonight. Florida State gets the rebound. They get the basketball. They take it past half court. After this one, Kansas versus Baylor. We'll take a 5-minute break. I have to change over to logos, and then we'll be back for that one later tonight. At the left wing, Raekwon Gray back outside to Evans here. 2:15 on the clock. Louisville's missed 6 free throws. Imagine if they hit all those 6. It would have been a 6-point game currently. Jumper from the perimeter off the mark. No good by FSU. Offensive rebound. Scotty Barnes. In between 3 defenders as he puts it back up and in for 2. That rebound was a crusher, and that basically puts the exclamation point on it. Already, Jones floats it up, looking for the contact, couldn't get the foul. Rebound, Florida State, full court pass. Watch out, jam. In transition, Raekwon Evans throwing it down for 2 right there off the dunk behind the defense. 76-60, final minute 35 remaining. That last rebound was a crusher. Yeah, so if Mac McClung was still at Georgetown, would they be this bad? No. They'd probably be more near St. John's and Marquette in the conference. Actually, St. John's and Providence in the conference. Because I have, Marquette beat Providence, so Marquette's ahead of Providence right now. Marquette shares the ball. They don't really have, like, one top scorer for their team. But by far the Big East freshman of the year, that's gonna be that's the top player for Marquette this season. That's their big man who's done a ton of damage. Dawson Garcia. He's gonna get Big East freshman of the year. 46 seconds left to go. Louisville scores. That's good for 2. 76-62. What's my opinion on Louisville after this loss? That they are behind the top 25. And Florida State, they have turned a corner. They're going to be in the top 25 for Florida State. So, I agree with you, Aaron. Alabama should have climbed at least 11 spots. So, they should have been at least 15. West Virginia is, let's take a look here. West Virginia's in a pause. They're at number 14, and they're 9-4. Alabama is 11-3, and they're at number 18. Jumper, no good off the mark, tipped up in the air, and rebounding foul picked up. 42 seconds left to go. 14-point lead. So yeah, for Louisville, this is more of a this is not a good game for them, because Florida State, they belong in the top 25. And what Florida State's going to do, they take on Clemson in their last game. They should be able to beat Clemson. This team is rolling. Clemson is so overrated right now. They are in danger of making the tournament for Clemson, actually. If Clemson goes in a big losing streak and starts ending up like Rutgers, as Rutgers was ranked 2 weeks ago, and they are in danger now of missing out on the tournament for Rutgers. They went all the way from being like a 4 or 5 seed to dropping back to now like a 10 or 11 seed for Rutgers. Louisville has it. Jumper, they take it. Final 30 seconds, no good. Off the mark. There was a rebounding foul, though. Clock will stop with 28.3. It's going to send Louisville to the line. An impressive victory tonight for Florida State. Either way. After this, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back in a couple minutes from now. Baylor against Kansas. So make sure to stay on the stream for the next one, folks. It's going to be a new stream, so I'm going to sign off of this one, and we'll be back with Baylor versus Kansas in about 5 minutes from now. No spamming in the chat. That will lead to chat timeout if you do that. 1 for 2 that trip at the line. It's been a lot of free throw problems. Louisville, though, taps it in off the missed shot at the line. That's good for 2. 11-point game. Imagine if they made their free throws, though, for the Cardinals. There's no room for error when you go to the free throw line against one of the top teams in the nation right now, looking like it with Florida State. As they missed 7 free throws in this game, it would have put this one to around a 2 or 3 possession game if they had made their free throws. Florida State good for the deep 2 at the top of the free throw circle. Final 3 seconds left to go. Yeah, Louisville played like how Texas Tech played against Houston back in November. Jumper after the shot clock, doesn't matter. This game is over. Florida State proving it tonight here why they belong back in the top 25. They have turned a major corner, and this team can score. This team can shoot threes. This team can hit shots at the free throw line. That is what they can do, and they did it all tonight here in this one. Another stellar game here, hitting out 9 triples. And Florida State looking good. They could possibly give Virginia a run for its money now in the ACC, because Virginia and Florida State, how ironic is it? Two of the top teams that started out this year in the conference, not counting Duke and UNC, but Florida State and Virginia. These two teams started out with slower starts than usual, but they have just been able to turn it up big-time notches here as of late, as Florida State moves into 3rd place in the ACC, half a game behind Virginia Tech at 4-1 in the ACC for Florida State now. Virginia Tech at 5-1, Virginia at 5-0. That's a wrap, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Baylor against Kansas. Before I do so, thank you out to the channel members here. Jack Jason, the sports expert, out here on the stream. Big thank you, guys, for supporting out the stream once again to my 3 channel members. Gonna wrap this up. We'll be back in 5 minutes, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night.